cucina in Italian means my kitchen. And boy, do I have some amazing things today. I have to tell you something. I'm going to have a very special guest. Yes. When I first met her, she was Mrs. Hillsborough. And at the young age, the ripe old young age of 56, she beat out all of her competition. And she won the title of Mrs. 2020 Florida. And if she wins that, she's already won that, then she's going to go to the title of Mrs. to become Mrs. USA. When she wins that, then she's going to go for the universe. But we'll tell more about that. So because she's this tiny and I'm a voluptuous Italian woman, and you know, with the boobs and that, oops, so excuse me, but we say anything like that? No. I'm going to surprise her. Yeah, she'll be here any minute. She's not, I don't know where she is. I know she's coming. And what's going to happen is I am going to create an amazing, delicious, very super healthy brunch. So the first thing that I want to do is we always start with the fadali. Let me start some lights on, because if not, I won't be able to see each other. And what I have chosen is the tree of life. Because I always talk about how the trunk is God, and the branches, and the branches are us, and the leaves are all the wonderful people all over the world, and how when God created us as one, not to be separate. All right, so what I want to do is, before she gets here, is we're going to start with a Bellini. Yes, it's almost 11 o'clock, right? Whoa, Bellini! You surprised me, my gosh! Yes, a Bellini. This is Katrina, Mrs. Florida, 56 years old. Figure that out. Woo-hoo! So let me tell you what I'm going to do here.
Okay.
Because we got so much to talk about. So what I did here is, they came with this other thing here. I got removed that. And then I use this thing for all kinds of things. And what I have here is, I know you like strawberries.
I love strawberry. I love everything that's healthy.
Okay, well this is very healthy. And then what I have is a tiny bit in each piece of basil. Because, Bellinis are made with... because, Bellinis are made with alcohol. Everybody thinks they're going to have alcohol. I'm making 4 glasses just in case, we want to have more.
For Gaza?
Ah.
I've never heard of a Gaza.
No?
Now, my husband is Italian as well.
Yes. Spag.
In
Italian, the music in Italian. Mommy.
But he doesn't cook. So, this is the first time somebody's cooked for me in a long time. Thank you very, very much. And I know when he sees this, he is going to be so jealous.
Oh, well, no, don't be jealous, because jealous is a waste of energy. So what I have here is, you would think it would be vino. But what we have here is this wonderful thing called
so beautiful
kombucha.
I absolutely love that.
And what we're going to be having is blueberry and basil.
Yummy.
So why not have blueberry and basil? So what I'm going to do is I am just going to fill this up like so.
Oh my goodness.
They don't have to be all filled up like that, because we have to start somewhere.
Okay.
Because because we're going to start with this, and I am going to go backwards. I am going to start dessert, because we got to have dessert. And it's all going to be done with, wait till I tell you. It's very exciting. Very exciting.
Well, I just want to let you know, because I'm a fitness professional.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, I know.
Oh my gosh.
I am a fitness
I don't
professional.
exercise. Not exercise.
And by the way, everyone, thank you so much.
Shall we cheer?
I actually won the fitness portion of the competition. And I won it over girls who are 30 years younger than me. So
while she's talking, I'm
going
going to continue. I know you know what you're doing. Okay, so we're going to put these guys over here, because, we got to have pictures later. All right, so now that we have our Bellinis and we're getting started, the next thing that I'm going to do to show you, woo! I'm telling you, it's got a great kick, doesn't it?
Well,
and what I'm going to be showing the next one, I want people to know that kombucha is wonderful for you.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. So now the next wonderful thing that I want to bring you to is going to be this amazing wonderful that I'm going to be making, because we live in Florida.
Yes, we do.
And and this is and I'm going to show you how We're gonna plate it, how to make it beautiful.
Oh,
And now,
so gorgeous.
so what I want to do is, you know, chia seeds are, and you know, they are loaded on antioxidants.
And
everything we're having is full of antioxidants.
Yes, and the kombucha is very good for digestion.
Tell them.
It is. It's very good for digestion. That's one of the secrets that I use to prepare for my pageant. It has the vinegar. It's very natural, and it will digest that food really fast, so your tummy will be a lot smaller. So that is one of the secrets that I had. So I'm glad that you had kombucha here.
So what? Thank you very much. And what I'm going to show you now is this very easy, delicious. And I know you're a very busy woman between television shows and between photographs and all the wonderful things.
Yes.
I'm going to show you how easy to prepare this, because this is going to go in the refrigerator, and by the time I'm done with all the wonderful things I have for you, then we're going to be able to have dessert. Oh. And my grandson is like, well, Grandma, because my grandson is staying here the weekend, he says, Grandma, can you make me a little one? So they do come in little guys. Okay, so what I like to do is
mangoes.
Mangoes. So do you like mangoes?
Yes, I absolutely.
How did I know that?
I love mangoes on the grill too.
I love that too.
It brings out more of the flavor when you put it on the grill.
Yeah.
It is so great. And then I put a little honey and a little trivia sugar, and my husband goes crazy.
There you go.
But now I have something a little different to make.
As you can see, it only takes 1 tablespoon on each. Very simple, easy transaction. So then, you know, I get things out of, I don't like anything in the package, so I always put them in I can't throw anything away for some reason. You know how I am. I always have to be so conscious of that. So then what I want to do is, this is toasted coconut. Toasted coconut and mangoes, they like each other. I'm just going to put it right on top of that. And then, guys, I'm going to show you what it's going to look like.
Oh my
well, you know, I come up with all kinds of crazy things. You know, it's like last night I was just going to use regular coconut, and last night I'm like, no, I got to get up and toast it. Well, I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I toasted the coconut.
I need that energy. I need this energy. I really do. I need that energy.
Well, I don't know. At 63, I don't know about how much energy you know.
Oh, you have. I know you very well, and you have a lot of energy. Every time I see you, you're so positive and motivating.
Don't make me cry, because if I cry, then my makeup is going to run off.
As we say in the pageant world, no tears in pageantry because lashes come off.
Oh, okay. Well, I have real lashes because I can't even see to put the fake ones.
So
okay,
funny.
so now what I have here is coconut milk, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna eye it. I'm going to put two tablespoons right now of that in there. And let me get a shifuli. You know me, I'm always coming up with all kinds of different names. And what I want to do is I want to just mix this up. But also I'm going to bring you, everything that we're having everything is organic.
Oh, this is
And
great.
it's taken me years and years and years, Katrina, to completely have a pantry that is organic. So when I run out of something, what I'll do is, okay.
I'll get it.
Well, good. I'm so glad, because you're skinnier and you're closer to the. Well, not and thank you for not wearing your heels. I'm going to show you your Italian.
Of course not. It's Saturday.
So what I'm using here, guys, is I'm using pure vanilla extract. And thank you very much for joining, you guys. And I'm just going to use a teaspoon. Just a teaspoon of that in there. Goes in there like that.
I'm so hungry now.
Oh my gosh. Wait, there's more. Okay, so this, while we are making everything else, okay, so what I'm going to do is I just want to mix. This is what I'm doing, guys. I am mixing the chia. If I show that, it's going to be all over the floor, so I'm not going to do that. So now what I do is I fill this guys up. Let me take this out.
Now that's pure, you say coconut milk?
This is what actually I have it right here. This is coconut milk unsweetened.
Wow.
Because to me, coconut is already sweetened, and we already have the rest of the thing, so why add more sugar?
Exactly.
And
I'm all for that.
Right, and Alan, my husband, he's type 2, he was a type 2 diabetic, and now he is no longer a type 2 diabetic. So now, if you need more, just get a little bit more right in there, because we gotta, I don't like to fill these all the way.
This is great.
Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more chia seeds.
Now the chia seeds will expand and soak up the coconut milk, right?
This is in the coconut milk.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it will expand, and it will get kind of hardened. You know, and sometimes what I like to do is I like for things to kind of, you know, you want to see what you're having. So now what I want to do to this is I want to take my coconut, put the lime in the coconut and take it all out. Oh, we're not doing lime in the coconut.
That's okay. The song sounds great anyway. This looks absolutely amazing, and I cannot believe that it's so healthy.
So here you go. Because when you toast the coconuts, and this is all organic coconut, and I buy in bulk.
Now, do you toast it yourself?
Yes.
Now, how do you do that?
Okay, what I do is I take a pan, and I don't put any butter or nothing, and I put it on like medium and really watch it, and then take my coconut and put it in there and start, you know, riminillati. Hey, this is an Italian song. What not an Italian? Riminillati. You're married to an Italian. Hey. So the riminillati is mixing, and then and then you get with this. Okay, so now as you can see, I have some extra. Isn't this cute?
This is so adorable. It reminds me back in the 50s.
Do you know that in Argentina, where I grew up, we had a tiny little refrigerator.
Okay.
And this guy with a donkey, you know, would say ice, and right behind him will be leche, milk, and they will deliver these just like that.
That is so.
And this is an antique little bottle.
That's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
So now, as you can see, let me show them. Let me get it and bring it closer to the camera. This is what it looks like, guys. So now, I mean, you could, you know, do something else to it, but I really don't.
I think it looks great just the way it is, and it sounds amazing. I cannot wait to eat it.
Well, you are. And I make you know, I always like to make a little extra, no?
Yeah.
You gotta have a little extra, you know, I mean, we're Italian, well, not quite you, but I am. So now, here's the thing.
Italian by name.
Italian by name. Okay,
Italian
so now, because, you know, if you're having a party and if you really want to impress, you know, what I like to do when I cut my mango is I also have it right over here.
Wow.
Okay, and then what I want to do is to make this prettier because, you know, there's mango in there, right? So we need to let people know that there's mango in there. I just like to just take just a little piece like so, just like that.
This is so beautiful.
And we're going to take a picture because, you know, we got to take a picture.
Of course.
And then, you know, if you want to even go farther, you know, and you want to have a little touch of color, you know, you know me.
The herbs.
Don't they look beautiful?
They are gorgeous. I'm telling you, really inspired me. I don't think I cook without getting some of my basil, parsley, sage, thyme, even tomatoes and jalapenos.
Oh, jalapeno man.
Yes.
I call it the jalapeno man. So, you know, with just a tiny touch, with just a tiny. So now what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator because it has to sit, because this is our dessert.
Okay, her energy is electric. I absolutely love it. And it's Saturday morning, and I thought, wow, I'm tired, but as soon as I come in the house, I'm just like, the energy is flowing now.
So now we're done with this, and I know that we want to talk, and boy, do we want to talk, but we have a lot to go on. Okay, so now that we're done with desserts, okay, and this is one of my favorite parts, is creating this, and I know that you're on the go a lot. So what I wanted to show people is that they can have this, and they can plan ahead and have a very healthy breakfast. So what I'm going to do for you, and I'm going to send you home with this.
Okay.
Okay. So what we have is we have some strawberries, and you know, in banana they're high in potassium, and they're very good for that. So, and these are organic, and when they are organic, you can see the seeds.
Oh,
None are.
I did not know that.
Yes, I learned that when I went to Costa Rica, and I spent 2 weeks at this organic farm, and I learned so much about organic growing. I understood why my father would save seeds, why my grandfather would always save seeds, and I took a program there, and it was all about the importance of saving the seeds, because right now, as my plants are starting to let go of their seeds, I am starting to harvest those seeds because everything I grow is organic.
Oh, wow.
So now what we have here, Because, you know, we already have the pineapple, right?
And I have to tell you, I love the way you cut your bananas. You cut them in the middle and then you slice them.
Yes.
Which gives it that little textured feeling. I love that.
Makes it a lot, you know, makes it a lot yummier, I think.
I do it the old-fashioned way.
Exactly. All right, so now this is going to be for you to take home. So let me tell you what I have here. Okay, there's this company called Purely Elizabeth, and trust me, they're not paying me. No, I'm not getting no money for none of this. Okay, I'm doing this because I want to bring you the love of cooking and healthy eating. Purely Elizabeth, grain-free granola. There's a banana nut butter, and there's a grain-free granola vanilla almond butter. So I am going to put them over here, and then I have an array of different things over here.
Oh, look at all this.
So what we have here is we have some cashews, we have some almonds. Again, these are all organic. And you know what? You don't have to buy organic. You can buy whatever. But if you start now one thing at a time, guess what, guys? Buy one, get one free. Hello, that's what I did. Okay, so now we have more because, you know, we have more because, you know, we have to have. And the thing is, you know, there was a time there was not more. There was a time that there were struggles, you know. There was a time that I was a single mom, and there were times that there were struggles.
I understand that feeling perfectly.
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
That's why, you know, that I'm so grateful that you are here. So now, because you're going to be taking this home, what would you like, banana nut, or would you like to start with vanilla almond?
Let's do vanilla almond.
Okay, how did I know you would pick that? I must be a psychic. Oh, imagine that. Okay, so I know that this is open. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a tablespoon. Okay. Watch this. Maybe 2 tablespoons. All right, so now here, and probably, you know, when you go home, and hopefully,
beautiful.
And,
just going to be beautiful.
And hopefully when you go home, you can put this in the refrigerator, or you can give it to your, well, I don't think you want to give it to your husband.
Yes, he loves granola, he loves fresh food, organic food, so yes, he's going to love this.
So here's the thing, you know, I've learned a lot about using whole milk. I learned about not to use things that are light. Well, you know, no sugar is one thing, but I'm kind of wary of light or fat-free because they have to replace it with something else.
Yes, of course, the preservatives.
Exactly.
We stay away from those.
Exactly, we stay away from that. So now I am going to come in here. Here, let me move everything so people can see what we're doing, because I tend to do that. Now, you know, we're going to do the wonderful, say oh, hey, you gotta have fun. There was a time that, you know, there was a time. But no, we're not gonna talk about that time. All right, so now, what would you like as far as fruit?
Oh, I love strawberry. I love everything. I love everything on here.
Okay, well, let me get another spoon.
Everything, yummers.
Because, you know, that's the reason why we have a dishwasher. There were times that I didn't even have a dishwasher. So now we want some strawberries, just like that. Okay, well, let's put it a little bit more. Come on now. Let's not be cheesy here, you know.
It's getting prettier and prettier.
Well, you know, we're talking to Mrs. Florida here.
More glamorous, more glamour in a jar.
Okay, so now after this, you know, we gotta put. Would you like to continue? Would you like to try the other?
Sure, put it on. Everything that you think is awesome, I'm sure it's gonna be
Well, you know
awesome.
what I really like about these, because these are, if you look at it, okay, you know, at 63 I need glasses.
Well, I'm 56 and I needed glasses when I was 45.
Hey,
so
you know,
you're
me
fine.
too. Something happens when you get wiser.
It's because we just see everything.
Exactly.
So our eyes just start getting full and...
So now there goes the banana nut, okay? And now the thing is, you know, we need to put something else. Okay, so this is organic sunflowers. You like sunflowers?
I love.
Okay, fantastic.
Love.
So these have a little bit of salt. Okay, and it's going to be the sweet, and it's going to be the sweet, it's going to be the salty, it's going to be all of it. Okay, so now it looks like, you know, we need a little bit more of this. Okay, just a little bit more.
It's a healthy parfait.
It's a healthy parfait. Parfait. Perfect.
This is gorgeous.
Okay, just like that. Okay, and now you know, I think that we really need some bananas. The chicken habana, cha 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 cha.
I cannot sing to save my life.
Well,
people kept asking me if there's a talent portion in the pageant, and I was like, I hope not. I hope not.
Tell me about that.
Well,
so on top of the bananas, what I like to do is I like to put some wonderful, you know.
I love almonds and nuts.
Okay.
Almonds and nuts.
Okay, there goes some almonds right there because you know it's
so
got to
good.
be pretty. And then what I really like to even do to that, if I may, you like cranberries?
I love.
Okay, and the good thing is they are organic, so we don't have to worry about not being organic. And we're just going to put a few, just a few, because they're dry.
I want to tell you a little bit about almonds. Did you know that almonds will help you not to be depressed?
No!
Yes, they are.
My God, you're a wealth of information.
I studied health. I know I love food so much, and I do study about, you know, depression, because depression is a part of weight gain. So I have to understand what foods that I can give my clients that they understand that, you know, it'll help them stop their depression. So yeah, almonds are awesome.
So you see that? You heard it from an expert. I'm not an expert. I'm just a lot of things.
You're just awesome. That's what you are.
Oh, thank
awesome.
you. We are awesome. All right, so now as you can see, you know, we have done some of the sunflowers, and the reason that I chose sunflowers and the reason that I chose almonds is for the very reason that you're speaking about. Of course, I cannot retain all that information at 63 in my head. You know, at least I remember that I need to have coffee in the morning.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's the only way I can retain.
So you can see that this is...
That is absolutely beautiful.
Okay, so now...
This is beautiful.
So now, you know, we got to put a little bit of... Sunshine into that. Just like that.
That is gorgeous.
Look at the sunshine. Hey, you got to get in there because that's going in there. All right, so now with this, you know, now comes... not yet the coconut. Now comes the cashews. The cashews, and I like to leave them whole because I like to know that they're there, and I like to manja them.
Manja means are my husband's. This Tony's favorite food, his favorite nut.
So now we've had the strawberries, we've had all these other wonderful things, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to top this like so.
My goodness.
Because it's got to be pretty. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it up with this wonderful coconut.
The coconut.
Put the lime in the coconut and check it all out. Put the lime in the coconut and check it all out. And then, you know, if it's going to be in the refrigerator, the thing is, if you put basil in the refrigerator, it turns black. For some reason, I don't know why. So, because this is going to be going in the refrigerator, because, you know, we have a lot more to do. Okay?
That is... Now,
so let me show them.
When you're about to eat it, do you eat it like that, or do you shake up the jar? How do you perform that?
Well, like let's just say that I am going on a picnic, and you know we bring the big cooler. Okay. I would put these in jars, and then I just take a very long teaspoon and manja.
And I love the fact that it's such a small thing, so small spoon, so it'll last longer.
Exactly. So now, what I'm going to have you do is not that you've seen what I have done. You're going to be over here. I'm going to make you cook.
All right.
And I want everybody to continue to see you. You have all of these fun things to do because the next thing that I'm going to be doing while you do all of this, you see some of these. So now, here's the thing, guys. You don't have to put them in jars. You don't have to do anything. You can put it in a regular glass.
That's great.
You can put it in a little.
That's great.
One little guy. You know, for all of you.
That is gorgeous. That's a great idea.
I would like to make you one because you got to taste it now because I don't want to. You know, we got to have breakfast because we have the dessert one is in there, but now this is breakfast. But then breakfast is brunch, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to create them any way you want to. You're going to have so much fun playing over here, okay? So you're going to do all of that. Let me give you all the spoons and all of that. And don't be afraid to use spoons. We got lots and lots of spoons.
Oh, I won't.
And I think if you're right over here, they can see you. Okay.
I'm rather a diva in the kitchen as well. I want to take the, what is this, a martini glass?
A martini
I
glass.
want this one to be mine. Here's the one that is made. So I'm going to do it with the martini
Well,
glass.
this is made with me with love for you to carry home.
Okay.
And that was from Bangkok. Okay, that's a whole entire story.
Bangkok.
That it is. I guess it's a vodka. I don't know much about drinking stuff. All I know is they taste good.
I'm not very good with it either. Every time I go out and I want something to drink, I just say, make me the sweetest drink that you have. That way I know that I can go home and not have to worry about getting sick or anything. I'm going to put some strawberries in this.
Do whatever you want to do because you're going to have that one.
Love
and then you can ask me what I want. But I want you to make me just one like you. But I want one of these little glass because they're so cute.
They're so cute. They are adorable. And kids will absolutely love that.
And you know where I got these? I went to have sushi, and they had these cute little glasses, and because they're so cute, and I have grandchildren, I thought, I kept going back to having more sake, and there was sake in here. Yes, sake.
I've never tasted sake.
No, well, you know what? Next time we'll get together, we'll have some real alcohol.
Because, we have said that we wanted to have that date of going to eat sushi.
Oh yes, you just tell me when, and I'll get some more Sisters of the Light. I'm sure Cola, my friend Cola, will love to come.
Oh, that would be great.
Yes, and she's watching. Hey Cola, hi you beautiful people.
Hi Cola.
All right, so now while you are working so hard, do you see how hard it is?
Sweat is pouring down.
I know. Okay, so now what I'm going to do next after that, is I am going to bring your attention to this other thing that I discovered. Okay, it says light. So when it says light, I read everything to make sure. Let me get my glasses again because no puedo ver Okay, so this is got one flatbread over here is 90 calories. And what I have here is I'm going to be using some spinach and I am going to be using I thought this one is a whole grain, 13 grams of whole grain, 10% of fiber, 7% of protein.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to do this
right
over here.
My own heart.
Hey, honey, we got to stay healthy because you know how I feel about that.
I would like to add something that I didn't see you add.
Yes.
Some honey.
Okay. And guess what I got?
Yes, I see that fresh honey right
And this
there.
is a Florida allergy one because a lot of people have allergies. The reason that we have allergies.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I think that I'm working on something about that because I have allergies and I want to heal that in myself.
I don't know if you can completely heal it, can you?
I'm going to try. I believe that we can change our DNA. I believe in anything and everything because God, who are we to really judge? All right, so what I have here is I'm going to show you. I have one that is spinach and one is whole grain. And what I have here is I have some beautiful arugula because I am Italian. I got to have the arugula. Beautiful organic
love
arugula.
that bowl. That bowl it's great for Halloween's coming. Look at that. That is so cute.
I bet you will like that.
That is so adorable.
Isn't that cute? So what I like to do is, Katrina, is you will continue. You can put that on there. Or you can have... Oh, Mamma Mia! Look, everybody. Look. See what you can have?
Oh, my goodness, that's gorgeous. Okay, so do I get to make you one?
Please. Well, actually, you get to make all of those.
All of those?
All of those, yes. What, did you think you weren't going to work here?
What, are we going to have a party?
Well, it's a party of two. All right, so what I want to show you is what I do is you have exactly what I need. I don't like to use mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Okay, and what I do
I'm with
is
you, sister.
I take a little bit of Greek yogurt here, a little bit of Greek yogurt right there, because it's all about health and nutrition. And like I said, I'm a voluptuous woman, and I lost weight. I mean, my doctor asked me, "What do you do for exercise?" I says, "I work in the kitchen all the time."
That's right. You're burning calories all through the day.
Katrina, tell people about honey.
Honey?
Because people they just think it's just to sweet things up.
No, it does help you with your allergies. That's number one. Okay. I mean, it's great, but it's also a great substitute for sugar.
Perfect.
You can put it in tea. You can actually sweeten up your yogurt with it. And that's what I just did with yours. I put some honey over top the plain yogurt. That way it can sweeten it a little bit more. Yeah, I mean, we can't just count on fruit to do that. We can use honey to do that.
Perfect. You see that?
Yeah.
And you know, one thing that you know, I always thought that honey really was to sweeten things up. I did not know all the health benefits that honey have. All right, so now to this, what I have here is I already have this going on over here. So what I want to do now is I'm going to do an Italian one because you know I got to. I'm going to go prosciutto. I know, but prosciutto is an Italian ham. But I'll get there. So what I have here is I have some cut up chicken. So what I did is yesterday I took a chicken, I put salt and pepper, and that chicken went into the oven. It was an organic chicken, and it just sat there. And then when you do that, you cut it up, guys.
I love that.
And then you have
that.
for the rest of the week. You have
that.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do to this? Aspetta, don't get me excited, mamma mia! I'm so excited. Okay, so now to this. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there it is. You know, we got to talk about avocado.
Avocado.
So what I have over here is I have some wonderful little bit of avocado.
I'm seeing a little. That is that considered guacamole?
Oh, okay. What this is I took a little bit of. You're gonna think I'm crazy. Okay. I take a little bit of a salsa.
Okay.
And then I took some guacamole, and I made some guacamole, and I just added some salsa to the guacamole. So you see this because you know we want this to be refreshing and yum. And you know, we want something, you know, to go with the chicken, and I am mixing it. I just love Greek yogurt. My God, do you know that I cannot stand mayonnaise ever since I use Greek yogurt now?
Well, I don't know. Your palate changes. It changes. The healthier you eat, the more and more healthy you eat, the more your palate will change. And that's the great thing about it. You have, because I remember, I grew up on a lot of soul food. I grew up on a lot of that. And then I just started, you know, as you get involved with pageantry, you're definitely going to be more aware of like your weight and being on stage.
Do they weigh you?
No, but you have to be on stage in a bikini or a swimsuit.
See what I'm doing over here?
Yes.
I'm going to be interrupting you a lot.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
So what I have done is I have chopped an organic carrot, organic celery, very fine, and I am putting it in my roll up here because you know I don't want to eat just the roll up itself. I want to taste when I am eating.
And I love that you finally chop them up like in tiny pieces. I love that.
And then I'm going to bring my arugula like this. Well, you know, I think that, you know, it's so important, nutrition. And I talk so much about, you know, taking care of ourselves because it is our responsibility, our health.
It is.
Because, you know, doctors, you know, they can only do so much. So now to this, I have some green olives over here, and I also have some, oh my gosh, my mind went blank.
Relish?
Relish. Do you like relish?
I like relish.
You like it?
It's sweet pickles.
Okay. So actually, it's not because this is.
Oh, it's not?
No, this is the one that is not sweet at all.
Huh.
You don't get no sweetness with this.
Okay. I mean, that's
You're
fine.
sweet enough.
with the avocado and and that's plain yogurt, right?
Yes.
With all of that, I think that's okay.
Okay, that's good. So I just had it here just in case. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have you do a scoot over for just a sec there. Thank you very much. We can work so well in the kitchen together. Yes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some chicken. Do you like a lot of chicken?
I love chicken.
And I'm going to get my thing. This is the time that we get to play with food. I always talk. I used to get in so much trouble when I would play for food. Mommy, I was always
when you were a child.
I was always in the corner.
Yeah.
When I was in the corner, my mom and my dad didn't believe in the corner. My father says, "No masyado sardado, no masyado sardado." You know what that means?
No, I do not.
That you know that the hunger has not descended.
Oh.
So if that hunger have not descended, guess what? You are not hungry. And you know, and I was when I was little, I had eaten something. I guess you know, my father had this beautiful garden in South America. Because my father, he was born in we were all born in southern Italy, and we had a lot of land. That the land is still in the family.
That's so cool.
So the first thing that my father did is to start planting as soon as we moved to South America. So now when I have this, what I have here,
so beautiful.
So what I have here is, let me move this out of the way so everybody can see.
That looks so incredible.
This is just spaghetti. So give yourself a nice little platter, any platter you have, doesn't have to be a platter, but this is Mrs. Florida. And even though she's my friend, we need to make it pretty. So now what I have here is, people roll it this way. Of course, me, I have to do everything
the opposite.
The opposite way.
You're a rebel.
I am a rebel. My God, I'm a rebel. My mother didn't know what to do with me. She didn't know. So now I have a very nice long guy over here. So I'm going to take this guy over here like this.
Oh my goodness.
And and I really like to if you're like having a brunch, this is so wonderful. So then what I like to do is take the ends, and trust me, they're not going to be thrown away. They're going to be eaten. But not right now.
You can eat this food all throughout the day. You don't have to wait for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Because there's some times where I just come home from the gym and I don't want to cook anything. Right. But I'm starving because you burned all those calories at the gym.
Right.
And your stomach's so, so empty that I'll make things like this.
And and the thing is if you do it in the morning, you come home and it's already there for you.
Oh, that sounds great. I like that.
All right, so then what I like to do, I'm going to tell you what I like to do, is I like to have, even though we have a really pretty platter, I like to always add freshness to my platters.
Yes.
And what I did is I thinly sliced, and I'm not allowed to really use a mandolin because when I got the mandolin, I was having all the family over, and I forgot how fast you can go, and I took part of but I still made dinner, and we still had a family dinner. So what I'm going to do is right here is I just like to make them in like in a little. It doesn't have to be fancy, guys, and I know I have you here.
Well,
and
that looks fancy to me.
Aww.
That is beautifully.
Well, I think that you and I grew up that whatever they put in front of you, you better eat it, because if you don't eat it, guess what?
Yeah, my mother was like, you eat your food. I mean, she worked hard. She worked hard.
I forgot to give you the other thing. All right, so this is a really cool thing. Let me show you this. You take a spoon, and then what I like to do is I like to put a little bit over here, a little bit over here, a little bit over here. Because this is finger food.
Yes.
And then a little bit over here.
Oh, you want to get fancy.
Well, what I like to do is I like to show people what they can do with what they have.
Yes.
Okay? So then what I do is I like to stand these guys up. Like that. And then I will put a green one right over here.
It's like a little paste.
Yes.
That is so cool.
And you know what? I just one day, I couldn't get him to stand up, and I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I'm like, well, you know what? Why don't I just put it with, with the guacamole? Let's just do that, and voila. So as you can see, here, I think we need to taste, don't you?
Yes, of course.
Of course, we gotta taste. We haven't had anything to eat. We are starving over here. Okay, we're gonna taste.
That is amazing.
You like?
Okay. This is so good.
Okay. So now that we have these guys, because I'm gonna put this on the side because I have a feeling we're gonna be eating these guys.
That is so good.
So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this out of the way. Because now we're going to make the prosciutto one. So for the prosciutto one, I am going to use the light spinach.
And spinach is great for digestion as well. There's so many things in here that are so good for digestion. The way you cut up the chicken, it almost tastes like a tuna fish. It's got the texture of a tuna fish, but it tastes like chicken. It's so good.
So now, instead of the yogurt, I am going to, because this is spinach, guess what I'm going to do? I'm even going to make it even better. Because what I'm going to do to the spinach one is I'm going to put a tablespoon of those wonderful guacamole because, you know, I'm gonna use it. Why not, right? And you're saying, what? And my dad, you know, right now there's people watching us from South America, Italy, and all kinds of parts of the world.
Wow.
Because of my families, I have them everywhere. They're saying, what? You're gonna buy, what are you gonna, what? So what I like to do with this is I like to take my, this is provolone, and I'm just going to put it like so.
It's so thin. How did you get it so thin? Sliced so thin.
It's called, it's an ancient secret. You know what it's called?
What?
Boar's head.
I've never heard of boar's head before.
No?
Now, do they do that? Did you ask them to do that?
No, they sell it like that. And one thing about boar's head, they don't put fillers in their,
Yes. Yes.
And so I like boar's head because I used to live when I used to live in St. Petersburg, Florida,
I love St.
Mazzaro's was right around the corner.
I love St. Pete.
And so I would go get my prosciutto di Parma. And the reason it's called prosciutto, you know why it's called prosciutto di Parma?
I do not.
Because prosciutto di Parma is made in Parma. And that's why it's called prosciutto di Parma, because it comes from there. And then what I like to do with the prosciutto is I want to taste my prosciutto. You know, I am not going to be cheesy. I mean, come on, you know, you're going to eat the prosciutto, you got to eat the prosciutto. Mamma mia, che bella.
Perfect.
See how beautiful that is? So now that we have this beautiful
This is so
prosciutto, what I'm going to do to this, where did it go? Where did it go? Because, you know, I have to have greens, you know. I have to have greens, and the thing is arugula. And you know what? I grew arugula, and then the bugs discovered it. And when I went to go back and get my arugula, they ate it all. Okay, so now what I do with this? Now this one, I'm gonna take it from here, and I'm gonna roll it.
Now, do you always chop up your
Chicken?
your flatbreads?
What do you mean chop up? Like this?
Yeah, like that. Or
Well, like the kids, like my husband and my grandson today, they are becoming certified scuba divers.
That's so cool.
And so when I made them one, I just cut it in half.
Yes.
Okay, so then this is going to be the prosciutto one. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing.
The goodness.
I'm going to do the same thing right here.
Kitchen. Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
go right over here.
I like to clean as I cook.
So do I. I'm so glad you are, because guess what? I am the only one that does that. So I am going to put this guy over
Yes,
here,
I love
like
it
so.
clean because once I'm done cooking, I want to just focus on eating.
You see how beautiful this is? Did you
That
see
is
that?
gorgeous.
Is that beautiful? You know what? This little guy did not quite came out right because it says,
That's okay.
okay, it wants you to eat them.
Yes.
She's skinny. She needs to eat. Okay.
Well, I have nationals coming up, so I have to stay.
Yes. Yeah, well, you're just tasting. It's just a little taste here and there. Okay, so now to this, you know, because we have these wonderful things, what I like to do, where did it go? It was here somewhere. It was just here. It was here a minute. It's not here now.
Now, you're looking for what?
I am looking for,
arugula?
no, this right here. Because what I like to do is, you know, we have this deliciousness, you know, and people spend so much money in making dips and all this other stuff when they can do something like this. Something as simple as
This tastes a lot better than buying them.
And then what I like to do to this is, it's just so beautiful. I just like to put it like so.
Oh my goodness! Look
And then-
at this
and then wait a
display of healthy.
But then, you know, we gotta have some other things, right? So
Goodness.
why don't we invite the carrot and the celery and the cucumber? And then what I like to do is, you see what I'm doing? Making
Yes.
it,
Give it some color.
exactly, so I'm gonna give that to
You're
you.
giving it color.
Because we're moving right along, exactly. So now that we have, let's see, we have dessert, breakfast, and lunch. Then what I like to do, just in case, you know, like, we're still more hungry.
I love it.
She's saying, I gotta go to Nationals, Elena, don't feed me.
Yes, I have to go to nationals.
When you come over, what do I always ask you? Are you hungry?
Yes. You take care of your guests. There's no doubt about that. I'm like that too.
Okay, so I'm gonna remove this from here. Because you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show that you can have a very healthy Brunch.
And I'm so glad you did this. I really am.
And then, just in case, you may want some cheese, some more cheese over here. And then, we just want some, just by itself, Italians, what we would like, what we would do.
I'm so in love with you right now.
Oh,
look at how beautiful that is.
Your husband is going to get jealous, and so does my husband.
Never.
Okay,
Never.
so because, see, in Italy, there has to be an understanding. In Italy, we grew all of our food. I don't know how many acres and acres of land we had in Italy. So olives were very, very important. Obviously, these are not the Italian olives, but
very important.
Look how cute if we were to take a little olive, such a little innocent olive like this. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. I'm going to take a tiny, tiny spoon because, we have this little bit of carrots in here, right?
Look at this. You want me to put it back over there, or you want to?
Well, we'll figure it out. And then what I like to do is, hey, you know what? I was just thinking of something. Let me get back behind you over here. I noticed that you finished your book.
I did.
And because what I'm going to do is I want to take this little olive dude, this olive dude, and just gonna open him up a little bit like that, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of that carrot.
Where do you get these ideas?
My head.
Oh my goodness.
They just happen that way.
That is so beautiful. I love that.
We eat, well, we don't eat with our eyes, but I think, when I was a wedding planner for all the years that I was a wedding planner, and I used to go to this magnificent, okay, this is not doing its thing.
Okay, well, it's not more than sprinkle it on there then.
Okay, so
I like that. That's a little easier.
There you go.
Your thing too.
Okay, you take.
Now where are we gonna put this?
Okay, so I'm gonna take this guy.
Okay, that artwork.
You see that artwork?
That artwork right there, and I will take.
Because see, guys, now you have your veggies, your wonderful little swirlies,
yeah.
And then all you got to do is take this right here and go like this,
and there. That's amazing.
Voila!
I feel so bad for everybody that is watching because you're not here to see and look at this deliciousness and know that you're going to eat it.
And there's a lot of people, and the thing is never to be jealous about anything. When I was a little girl and I would watch TV and I would see, because for the first, so many years of my life, we didn't have an indoor bathroom.
Oh,
and so you could do it any way you want to. You could just, sprinkle it like that, maybe, however you want to play with it.
I'll channel
your inner food.
Yeah, my inner.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. Be done with this. Because I'm like you, I like to clean as I go, and I like to have a very well organized kitchen.
Very well.
When you organize yourself, and this is what I always tell people, when you organize yourself, it makes everything so much easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is work. I'm not going to lie, it is work.
But anything worth having is a lot of work.
Exactly.
Like raising our children.
Yes.
That's a lot of work. It's great work. And what you put into it, you will get out greatness.
Exactly. What you put in is what you get. So what I'm doing is I'm just clearing the decks while you are working so hard there.
And we had mentioned that I finished my book. I do have.
Yes.
I am now an author, and I absolutely love it. I wrote a book on childhood sexual abuse and how I healed from being a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. So that was really a huge accomplishment for me. And we actually have the book here.
Oh, you have the book. Let me wash my hands because I don't want to get anything messy here. I just wanted to get the milk and everything in there.
At the Food Network here.
What my mother never knew.
It is a book. I entitled it "What My Mother Never Knew" because my platform is voices. You need your voice. It's such a powerful tool. If you didn't have your voice, you couldn't explain to them what you're doing. You have to use your voice for everything, including any type of childhood trauma, because there's so many things that come out of it. As a child, I didn't think I had a voice. And so I never told my mother. So it happened for years at the hands of my stepfather. And even now I'm dealing with the repercussions because it's very difficult for my mother because she said I could have stopped it if you would have used your voice.
And exactly, if you would have used the voice, because you know what, as kids, that it's a spiritual life coach and working with a lot of the kids, you know, they don't tell anybody.
They don't.
Because there are abusers, make sure that they don't tell anybody.
Or they gauge the children. They understand that child.
I'm listening.
Does not have the courage to do it.
Remember, multitasking.
Yes, multitasking. So, you know, it was incredibly important for me to actually tell my story because I think when people see the confidence that we have and the energy that we have, they might think that we came from something great.
Right.
But in turn, a lot of us have come from something tragic.
Yes.
So I think that this book needed to come out. So yeah.
I think that's wonderful. Now, you know, you're competing.
I am.
Because you beat out your competition.
I don't like putting it that way.
Well, no, not beat the competition. You know, everything happens, you know, and you and I believe that everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. And it happens for a reason.
Yes.
One thing that really struck me is when you said, I do this because I want to show people that no matter what age you are,
no matter what age,
you are enough.
You're beautiful.
And you're beautiful.
You're beautiful.
And and you can be more beautiful when you have, and I'm going to bring everything back to over here. This is just a little manja, little snuggy.
It still looks good.
Let me move this out of the way so we can show everybody. Because, you know, we are going, as soon as we get off the air, we are going to manja. And trust me, this little girl over here,
my stomach's going to be like this.
No. Well, why would your stomach be? Why even say that? The more you eat, the more skinnier you become.
And you know I'm going on the... I'm going to jump into a bathing suit and go on the boat with my husband afterwards. So.
Oh, well, guess what? Maybe some of this can go with you.
Oh, my goodness. He's going to love you more than he loves me.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring over here, if I can, and let's get the desserts too. And of course, we got to have our little bellinis right over here too.
Of course. This is beautiful. And by the way, I'm actually live too, so we've been paying attention to you guys, and my guys have been over this way.
Oh!
I'm not neglecting everyone. I'm just making sure that she is doing everything. Look at this. Salivate.
So now, guys,
I want to make sure you get my viewers to come on your live so they can see you cook your magic.
Well, they can go. And I know some people have a hard time trying to find Elena's Cucina, but they'll find me. Trust me, they will find Elena, ELENA for Caring Jones, and that's how you find me.
But you know what? Having me on there, they know go to Katrina Spagnoletti. My guys know to go to Katrina Spagnoletti because you're posted on my Facebook, and you will have this. And they will see this on my Facebook as well, so yes.
Okay, so now, as you can see, our desserts are almost done.
They're
now,
great. Because,
we have mint and stuff like that, we could make this a lot more prettier.
Oh, so beautiful. Oh my God. I need your brain.
You can make this more beautiful. Okay, when my daughter, I got to say real quick, I got to tell the story. When my daughter got engaged to her now husband, I catered her engagement.
Wow.
And since I was in the wedding business, I was able to get all these beautiful things.
That's
and I made
great.
all the food. And we had like over 60, 70, 100 people there. We had a band playing music in the back. And
that's amazing.
And everybody said, who did your catering? It is delicious. And I'm like, I did it. Okay, guys.
Available for catering.
So now, before we manja, I'll bring back your book.
Okay.
Now, Katrina, where can people find this book called What My Mother Never Knew, A Guide to Healing from Childhood Sexual Abuse?
And it's not only childhood sexual abuse, it's any kind of childhood abuse, because we all suffer a lot of the ramifications, even if you're bullied physically, mentally, even if you have a house, you grew up in a household with parents who argued, who were chaotic. All of us have the same symptoms, and all of us can heal the same way. Now, you can find the book at my website, Your New Face of 50, and it sounds exactly how it is, yournewfaceof50.com, and 50 is 50. It's really simple. Go in there, you'll see the book, and you can just purchase it.
You heard it from this beautiful young lady, and you know, we all have our struggles in our lives.
We do.
But it doesn't mean that we need to stop hurting ourselves. It's time for us to take our power back in helping delicious, amazing food. And then look at this, what we created. We created this wonderful deliciousness. We created a wonderful dessert.
Oh my goodness.
We created our bellinis.
Yes, now where am I?
There are your bellinis.
Cheers.
And you can have bellini with an alcohol, kombucha. And what kombucha does,
so good.
it helps your body to maintain the alkaline. When your body stays in alkaline, it doesn't get sick. And then we have these amazing, beautiful things. Oh my God, we can't wait till we get into it.
Thank you so much for allowing me to come over and do this.
If you could give a powerful one message to the young little girls that are watching right now, what would that be?
I'm going to quote a quote that has gotten me through so much in life. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. And I've gone through a lot, not just abuse, but I've been in relationships that were very chaotic. I lived a chaotic life, and that really gave me the power to say, okay, I don't have any other choice but to be strong. And I stand by that.
You know, and there's a lot of people also that will hurt themselves for years and years and years and years because they feel that they're not worthy when you are enough, because God created you. I have a very special gift for you. And I have to tell you about this because when I saw this, I cried. Because it reminded me of what we all have gone through.
Yes.
Whether it's men or women. And this is my gift to you.
Thank you so much.
You would like to tell
who she was, and the game changed. Exactly. Exactly.
And it took you many years to remember who you were.
Exactly. And when I start to forget, it's time for me to like kick it in full gear, get that confidence going.
Yes.
Even in pageantry, it's very difficult because you compete against so many amazing women. And at 56 years old, there were girls that were incredible. And this is Florida. The women in Florida are stunning. So I had to remember who I was. And my best friend in Virginia, she tells me the same thing. She's like, did you forget who you were when I have those weak moments? I don't forget who I am. I don't forget where I came from, and I don't forget what I went through.
Right, and you know, lots of times, you know, we want to forget.
We want to.
And the thing is we need to remember because we have to go through the fire to get to the other side.
And you can help someone else with that inspirational story. Like, you can't waste your past. You cannot waste your past.
Ladies and gentlemen, here she is. Live, Mrs. Florida. I want to thank you so much today for joining my beautiful cochina. As you can see,
oh my goodness,
we are now going to manja. Blessings to every single one of you. Believe in yourself. Know that you are loved, that you are never alone, and that you are enough. Ciao, ciao, belli. Ciao, ciao. We love you. We love you. Ciao, ciao. I love you. Ti voglio troppo bene.
Okay.
Say it. Say it. Ti voglio.
Ti voglio.
Ti voglio.
Ti voglio.
Voglio. Ti voglio.
Ti voglio.
Troppo.
Troppo.
Bene.
Bene.
I love you very much in Italian. Okay, bellies. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao, bellies. Everybody say bye-bye to you.
Bye.
And let me bring you back to this beautiful food.
Oh my goodness. I'm so blessed.
Oh, and there she is, Mrs. Florida 2020. Woohoo! And there I am. Ciao, ciao, Ben.